is I, John Reagan, Coleman, voice for the Coleman Man. Well, since I messed up my YouTube thing, I guess it's more like Reagan Journal these days. Coming to you live from the deadbeat state of Ohio, where I have more than a few things to say about this big thing going on today about immigration reform. That's right. Now, what I want to tell you is, I want to preface all this by saying I was one of the ones when George Bush was president, the conservatives that were screaming and yelling not to do anything about immigration reform because it looked too much like amnesty. I may have been mistaken, because if you actually think about it, when George Bush, both times he ran for president, he carried the Latino vote by a very large margin. The Latinos like Republicans. They like conservatives. But that was then, this is now. So what happened is we kind of neglected them as a political party. And what happens is the wordless damn Democrats come in and dangle beads and trinkets in front of them and say, we can give you this, we can give you that. They basically bribed these people, and they basically took them away from us. But what has happened in the last couple of days is very, very fascinating. Because as far as I am concerned, we have got a do-over. And that doesn't come along too often in politics, trust me. But you know who we got to thank for this? Of all people, John McCAIN. That's right. John McCAIN is leading the Republican charge about doing some sort of meaningful immigration reform. Now, as far as the politics goes, let's just think about this for a second, shall we? In the first 4 years of his mightiness, Augustus Obamas Maximus, in his first 4 years, he kept talking about immigration reform. Well, when he ran the first time, he was talking about immigration reform, and nothing was done about it. So when he goes up and he gives his big inaugural speech a couple weeks ago, he's out there, and guess what he's talking about? Immigration reform. Well, the deal here is that McCain and the boys, the 4 Republicans, including the one Republican that I really, really like, the great Marco Rubio, stole his thunder. It's just that damn simple. They and 4 Democrat senators have decided that they're going to do something in a bipartisan way to come up with meaningful immigration reform. And guess what one of the stipulations are? That's right, they're going to do something about the porous border. And that is exactly why I want to see it done, and done like this. What we can do is build the fence, tighten up the security on the border, try and stem the flow of the illegals coming into the country. Then we can talk about something to do about the million illegals that are already here. And it would be possible to have a sane, rational discussion with people of good faith, both Democrat and Republican, as to what to do with them once you build the fence. And McCain and the Republicans are actually proposing this. And the 4 Democrats, including that worthless Chuck Schumer, are actually listening to what the Republicans have to say. And there's a chance that this actually might get done. But more to the political point of it. The simple fact of the matter is the Republicans have just basically stolen the issue away from Obama. Today, Tuesday, he has to race to a microphone in Las Vegas and tell people what he wants to do about immigration reform. Well, as far as we Republicans are concerned, he's a day late and a dollar short. Now, apparently he's going to say something about gay couples and all that stuff. If he wants to piss off the American people, let him do it. I'm sure he'll say something to placate his base, his left-wing, ultra-left-wing nut jobs like at MSNBC and all them losers. I'm sure he'll say something to appease them. But the simple fact of the matter is that my hero, John Fitzgerald McCain, has indeed stolen his thunder. And he's having to play catch-up. And now can you only imagine that guy sitting in the Oval Office, sitting there, you know, smoking weed, drinking his vino, just partying up. He is Augustus Obamas Maximus, our benevolent dictator. And then all of a sudden he sees McCain's face all over television talking about immigration reform. That's beautiful. I bet you he choked on his big Havana So he runs out to Las Vegas and goes, I don't even know what the son of a bitch says. And to tell you the truth, I don't give a damn. Nothing he says is going to make a hill of beans difference because McCAIN has basically stolen the issue away from him. And that's beautiful. Because we all understand that the Latinos all voted for him in the November elections and he's going to do something about immigration reform. And McCAIN just basically just takes the whole thing away. And once again, the Republicans are back in the game as far as immigration reform is concerned. It's a beautiful thing. Now, I like John McCAIN. He's not my favorite conservative for obvious reasons. I mean, my God, any Republican that believes in global warming has got a little bit to be desired. But I've always liked him. I know he's a patriot. And I know that he has his beliefs. And he may actually be one of those rare public servants, not a damn politician. I don't even know if he knows what he has done for the Republican Party, but one thing he's done is helped it. No matter any way you look at it, what he has done and what those other three senators have done have basically put the Republicans back in the game as far as immigration reform goes. And at some point, Augustus Obamas and Maximus is going to have to say that. And when they do, when he does, they're going to look at the Republicans and say, hey, there's that guy that ran for president, and he's talking about immigration reform. Not to mention the fact he's from Arizona, which is a border state, so he probably knows a little bit about illegal aliens and that sort of things. And he's the one that wants to do something about shutting down the border, build the fence, whatever the hell it is they're going to do. And he's one of the proponents of that. And I'm telling you this, that's probably why I like John McCAIN. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, saying this to you now. Hey, Big Daddy Obama on that immigration reform thing, and you having to play catch up, you know, maybe you should play football. God knows it looks like to me you could use a little bit of shot to the head and get your damn head out of your ass and finally, at long last, do the right thing and build the damn fence. I say this now, over and